This is our first lesson in our module, The Brain. We will explore the brain and several schematics from various researchers, showing and explaining the connection of these findings to support your understanding. During this lesson, we will explore the parts of the brain that support reading. Many skills combine to form the ability to read. Let's review some of those skills. Phoneme awareness, the use of phonics to decode, automatic recognition of known words, the knowledge of what words mean, understanding sentences and language we read in books, making meaningful connection of what we read, connecting what we read to prior knowledge, and monitoring our comprehension. Reading is a complex process. It requires different areas of the brain to be activated in a coordinated and synchronized way to maximize our ability to decode written text. As educators, knowing the skills students need to learn to be successful readers helps us know what to teach. Let's explore how our brain works to connect all of these pieces for the developing reader. The frontal lobe is located at the front of the brain. This lobe has a left and a right half. The left half is language related and is responsible for speech production, reading fluency, grammatical usage, and comprehension of grammar. Children with grammatical comprehension problems may also have difficulty with prefixes, suffixes, and complex grammatical sentences. The occipital lobe is located at the back of the skull and is the smallest of the four lobes. The occipital lobe allows us to receive visual stimuli from our eyes, process the information, and then send that information to the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe then formulates a response. The angular gyrus, located in the parietal lobe at the core of the brain, functions as the reading integrator and links spoken and written language so we can understand what we hear and read. It functions as the hub that converts visual input into audio output. If this part of the brain is not well developed, a child may not be able to relate the letters C-A-T to the word cat, even if they have used that word many times. The temporal lobe, located toward the lower back of the brain, is where decoding and discriminating sounds, verbal memory, and phonological awareness take place and support the production of speech. Children who have problems differentiating speech sounds at the phonemic level will struggle with phonological awareness and with decoding words. Thanks to researchers like Guinevere Eden, Jack Fletcher, and Virginia Berninger, we have evidence that can identify the parts of the brain that are activated in the brain of a proficient reader and the sequence in which they activate. We have also identified that intervention helps to build new neuropathways in challenged readers. This evidence, gathered through functional MRIs of active brains while reading, allows us to see brain activation in a good reader, as well as compare the brain activation before intervention to the brain activation after intervention. As you can see, prior to intervention, there is more brain activity in the right hemisphere. After direct, explicit instruction of the necessary phonological and decoding skills during intervention, there is an increase in activation in the left hemisphere. This particular example resulted in improved reading fluency.